Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I feel like this video is going to be very beneficial to watch whether you are new to my channel or whether you have been watching me for a long time, because I'm going to be answering a lot of questions. More specifically, every question you guys asked me from my previous video where I announced that I'm moving to Barcelona, Spain to get my master's degree for the next 2 years. And I'm so excited to film this video. I'm just sitting here on my floor. This is my classic sit down video spot, and I want to get straight into this video. I'm going to have all of the timestamps listed in the description box if you want to look for a specific question. As a quick recap, I'm getting my master's in marketing management, and I'm also getting the SIMS master in management. And sorry if I'm talking kind of quickly, I just don't want this video to be super long. I want to get through the questions and answer everything you guys asked. So first question, do you speak Spanish / what languages do you speak? And I do speak Spanish a little bit. I also speak German a little bit, and I've been studying Spanish for pretty much all of middle school and high school, and I even took it in college. And you would think my Spanish would be totally fluent with all of that studying, but it's not yet, though I do hope to practice it a lot more. Though in Barcelona they speak Catalan, I would like to also learn that while I'm in Barcelona. I'm going to spend the first month that I'm living in Spain refreshing all of my language skills, so I'll probably study German, Spanish, and Catalan when I'm there. So yeah, that's my languages. Next question, what language are the classes in? So the classes are all in English. Our program is extremely diverse. I have been talking to all the incoming students, and everyone is so cool. A lot of people have studied or lived in countries all around the world growing up or during their studies. I absolutely cannot wait to meet all of the other students, but yes, the classes are in English. The next question I got is, why did I decide to go to Spain instead of Germany? And the answer is actually pretty simple. I wanted to apply to the University of Cologne, and I was really excited about that program because it's super cost effective and I love the city, and yeah, I was really excited about it. My bachelor's degree that I got from the University of Alabama did not fulfill the minimum entry requirements in terms of the credits needed in certain areas like economics and finance, I believe, that Cologne required. So I just simply couldn't apply to the school because I didn't fulfill the entry requirements. And I'm sure there would have been some sort of loophole, like maybe taking a year to get those credits, but I really wanted to just start my master's, and most likely will be returning to Germany or the US post-grad, and I'm hoping to get a job in Germany post-grad if that's possible. So if you guys are watching me and you're a German viewer, I'm sorry if I disappointed you by not returning to Germany, but I do hope to go back in the near future. The next question is tips on taking the GMAT, and honestly, I'm gonna link down below a channel on YouTube that I found really helpful for explaining the questions for the quantitative section. But in general, I just took a bunch of practice tests and I looked at why I was getting answers wrong, and I tried to just get the hang of the way the test was formatted. I took the test last fall. I got a 660 on it, which was definitely in my goal range. I kind of wanted anything from like a 600 to a 700, so I was happy with that. And luckily it was enough to get me into my school and also for a scholarship as well. But again, I'm gonna link down below some resources that I found helpful. Next up, I got a lot of questions about the scholarship that I received and kind of what the process was like for the application. So I did a scholarship that was through my school, and to apply for it, I had to write a few essays and just basically talk about myself. I think I sent them my CV, my resume, and I think they also had my GMAT score and all of that stuff. So I got notified that I received a scholarship, and I was super excited about it, and that was kind of what helped me make my decision. Obviously, any sort of financial aid help is very great. So yeah, it was a pretty standard scholarship process. I didn't actually have to interview for it. Next question, did you get exempt to travel to the EU? Yes, I did, because I got my student visa. So the EU made a statement on July 1st, I think, where they basically kind of recommended certain countries that were allowed to travel within the EU. And so there's the whole thing where people are like, Americans are banned and they can't go. So in order for me to go to Spain, I had to get my student visa. So I got my visa, I picked it up, and it is valid for when I'm planning on going to Spain. So that is how I was able to travel, for anyone that was wondering. Okay, and now for the question that everyone has been asking me, and that is, is your boyfriend going to Spain with you? I am very happy to announce that my boyfriend will be going to Barcelona with me. So we are going to be going to the same school, and he's going to be doing a finance program and I'm going to be doing the marketing program. I could not be more excited. I think we are both just so over the moon that after doing long distance from literally the beginning of our relationship, that we get to be in the same city for at least a year and a half, because we don't know where we're going for our semesters abroad, but it's a really good feeling because we were both really unsure where we were going to end up because we applied to a bunch of different schools, and I actually found out that I got into the school in January and he didn't find out until like March or April because students from outside the EU found out earlier. So I had to kind of make my decision before I knew what was going to happen with him. So the day that he found out that he got into the school was literally one of the most exciting days ever. He like ran up to the room that I was in and he told me, and we were just like jumping and freaking out. So I am very happy that we are going to be starting this next chapter together, and I can't wait to see him. I got a lot of questions that are like, where's your boyfriend? Like, where did he go? Guys, we're in a global pandemic. He is German and I'm American, and I'm in America right now, and he's literally not allowed to be here, and I wouldn't want him to be even if he was, because I really don't think traveling too much is good right now. The next question that I'm going to be answering is, are you living with your boyfriend? Are you living alone? Like, what's your living situation? And I'm actually not living with my boyfriend. And this is a question I really wanted to answer in this video because I feel like this topic is something that I haven't really talked about on my channel, but I feel like it's really important. So I'm going to be living in an apartment with a bunch of other students from my school, and I am literally so excited because everyone seems so nice. They seem like such great fun people, and I can't wait to get there and meet everyone in person. But the reason that we decided to live in apartments with other students instead of just having an apartment with us two together is because this was our first semester at this school. We really wanted to, I guess, not be like too dependent on each other as like our only friends. It wasn't necessarily the easiest decision to make because we did live together when we were in Bonn, and we had literally the best time. It was just so fun to like cook together and to have that person like at home waiting for you. But I also think kind of reading the stage of life that we're at and what makes the most sense is really important, because I think that while we would have had a great time living together this first year of college, we have so many more years that we can live together, and I'm excited for those. But I also think it makes the most sense right now because we're both so young and we've only been dating for 1 year officially. We met almost 2 years ago. Since we were moving to Barcelona and we both don't have very many people that we know in that city to begin with, I think it's going to be really important for us to build our community there and build our friendships, and I think that will give us a really good college experience. My apartment is like beautiful. My room is perfect. I have my own bathroom. I am so excited for the move-in vlogs and all the IKEA shopping hauls. I already have like a cart full of items from IKEA that I'm going to be getting when I move in. So stay tuned for that. I'm so pumped. And yeah, I hope that answers that question. So those were two big questions, but moving on to the next one. How do you feel about going to grad school during coronavirus and everything that's going on right now in the world? And honestly, I don't think it's ideal, obviously, but I also feel like this is the best time for me to get my master's. I think I don't really see myself as the type of person that would probably go back to school if I started working. I think once I started working, I would kind of get used to that pace of life, but that's not to say that that's for everyone. I mean, I know plenty of people that go back to school and that's a good option for them, but for me, I just felt like I still had it in me to be a student for a few more years, and I still feel like I have a lot to learn. So for me, I just made the most sense to choose grad school. And of course, right now, like the job markets didn't seem that great. I applied to some internships because I was considering doing a gap year. I think a lot of companies are just simply not hiring right now. I think this is a good opportunity to use a really challenging situation and try to find a positive outcome. And I think it's just going to help me adapt to this changing work environment, because I think after this, it's so important to be digital and to be able to function online. So I think that this grad school experience, because it is a hybrid, which I'll be talking more about later, will help me a lot in the like long-term work career future that I have. To kind of go along with that question, are your classes in person or are they online? They're half and half. I am going to go to class some days during the week, and I'm also going to do some days online. I think that's perfect for me, honestly, because it'll also give me the flexibility to make lots of YouTube videos and to also see the city. How do you feel about living abroad for 2 years? I'm really excited. I think the hardest part, I've always said this about going abroad, is just being away from my family and my friends who are here in America. But I also have said this before, that I feel super passionate about living abroad, and it's always something that's brought me a lot of joy. This is a good question. Where do you want to go for your semester abroad? So as I mentioned, I'm doing the Sims Master in Management program, and that's the program that I'm going to do during my second year. And half the program is going to be in Barcelona, and the other half I get to pick a partner Sims school. I can pick anywhere in the world, and I need y'all's help with this. Like, please feel free to give me your insight on where you think makes the most sense, because it's going to be in 2022 that I go, probably, or maybe like late 2021, but probably 2022 is what I'm thinking. And I really have been making a list. I'll just go ahead and tell you guys. Here's like 6 or 7 places that I'm considering, and they're at the top of my list. So I'm looking at London, Milan, Rotterdam in the Netherlands, Seoul, South Korea, and Tokyo, Japan, and Sydney, Australia. So those are kind of my top choices right now. I would be absolutely thrilled to go to any of those places, so let me know what you guys think. After the first semester, grades are in. It's kind of based on your grades. You have to rank the schools. I think it's your top 11 choices, and you can get any of them. So it's not like I get to choose for sure which one I'm going to. I just have to rank them, and then I'll randomly get, well, not randomly, but I'll get assigned a school, and that's where I'll be. So it's a really cool process. And the last question is, where do you see yourself post-grad? I got a lot of questions about, do you want to stay in Spain? Do you want to stay in Germany? Do you want to go to America? And honestly, I don't know that right now. But most realistically, I can see myself either applying for a job in Germany or in America, because I'm American and my boyfriend's German, so we'll most likely end up in one of those countries. So that's my plan right now, but obviously I'll decide that further down the road. Hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A, and I will talk to you guys very soon in my next video, which should be in a couple days. So thanks for watching. Bye.